Welcome, one and all. Episode 11 is the last episode of 7 Sunday Morning Hot Takes before Money in the Bank. So let's climb the ladder of love and reach for the briefcase of truth. I'm the dispatcher, hoping to significantly alter my career trajectory. Hot take number 1. So no Sami in the bank. Didn't even qualify. Sami now has a run of futility for the ages, stretching back to War Games in November, with just a single victory in his last 15 matches. His arm raised only once, and that was against The Miz. Fucking Snoop Dogg can beat The Miz. If Sami doesn't win the Royal Rumble, I hope there's a riot in Riyadh. And then everlasting peace for everyone in the region. If Sami was in the Money in the Bank match, he would have been my top choice, but I would have felt a little conflicted. Sami not being there clears things up for me. Hot take number 2. Now I have a clear favorite, though he's not yet officially in the match. I'm talking about CM Punk. The only 2-time winner could become the only 3-time winner, and what a distinction that would be. He should have, but didn't, win the Royal Rumble last year, and I don't think Riyadh's the right location for him to do it this year either. Maybe it'll be Cody again. In any case, Punk should win the Money in the Bank. He's the most compelling babyface on the roster. He commands attention, demands respect, and would wield the briefcase like a sniper rifle. It's also for the good of the show as well, for the balance of power. While Rollins seems like an obvious choice, it would in fact be overkill. Rollins and the Revolutionaries with Heyman will be a perpetual threat, a shadow looming large and dark over the title scene for some time to come. The long-term plan isn't contingent on a briefcase. Man, what if Punk's not in the Money in the Bank match? That would ruin my long-term plan. Best to get this idea out there while it's still viable. I have another reason why I really want Punk to win it. Hot take number 3. In late December, it's Cena's last match, possibly against Roman. Recorded earlier in the night, security camera footage shows CM Punk getting into it with Travis Scott in the gorilla position, and a monitor knocks over and spills coffee on Triple H's lap, scorching his crotch. Coffee sprays from his mouth, and he indicates with both hands where it hurts. He angrily orders Punk escorted from the building. Later, Cena wins his last match, hops the barricade with the title, blows the camera a kiss. And then we see, standing there in the crowd, CM Punk with the briefcase. And this briefcase says Money in the Bank only on one side. On the other, it says the last time is now. Oh, shit. Hot take number 4. For the women, maybe a more wide open field. I don't think it'll be either Roxanne nor Julia. I think they cancel each other out. And though both could be interesting and might be potential future winners, it's a smidge early, but still a productive showcase just being there. Alexa would be an exciting choice, and Naomi is really tempting, but I'm holding out for Queen Naomi. Now, Mammy in the Bank would sell a ton of merchandise, and it's one thing Rhea hasn't done yet. So if not now, when? Without a clear rival at the moment, and only a soft alliance with Io keeping her busy, Rhea Ripley is ultimately my choice to win the prestigious briefcase, and that's a nightmare scenario for the women's title holders. Hot take number 5. Predicting Lyra versus Becky isn't much fun. This feels like a case where the end result was decided before they figured out how to get there. Lyra's motivations are confusing this time around. The only way she gets out of this still with the belt is if Bayley makes a timely return, giving Becky something else to focus on and allowing Lyra to move on to the next contender. But my cynical prediction is that Bayley is the next contender and won't show up until it's too late. If friendship means anything to the role model, she'll be there in time to save Lyra's title reign and not just turn up once the indignity of raising Becky's hand becomes the issue. It'll be 142 days as Intercontinental Champion next Saturday, and that's a pretty good benchmark set by the inaugural champ. To make it to 200, Lyra would have to hold on to it past SummerSlam. Somehow, I don't see that happening. Extra hot take, Bayley versus Becky, Hell in a Cell at Evolution. doesn't need the Intercontinental for you to sell that match to me. Just give me 2 horsewomen in a cage on a fabulous stage, and let's go. Hot take number 6. At the time of this recording, there's still a spot left to fill for each match. Makes things hard to predict. Andrade sneaks in there, though I wish it had been Carmelo, as does future queen Naomi. But who will be the final contestant added on Monday night? Without even knowing the matchups, the only 2 names I could come up with were Liv Morgan and CM Punk. But now I've heard rumors their opponents are AJ Styles and El Grande for Punk, Ivy Nile and Stephanie Vacour for Liv. Stephanie Vacour is a dark horse that scares me, but she'll be at Worlds Collide, as will Chad Gable, so my gut says Liv Morgan's experience gets her through, as does Punk's tenacity. Hot take number 7. So it's been suggested the last few days that Triple H doesn't like the Money in the Bank gimmick. That's ridiculous. It's a genius theatrical idea and a terrific tool for creating drama. If you can't use the tool to its full potential, don't blame the tool, blame the carpenter. It seems so simple to me. There are 6 essential events to take you around the wrestling calendar, and they should take place at the same time every year, spaced out 2 months apart. Every other month, you do a B show in between the big 6. WrestleMania, Money in the Bank, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber. And then you go round again. Those are the big 6 in terms of fan interest, but beyond that, it's about legacy. These are the 6 events that have the most historical importance for records, statistics, top 10 lists, best of and worst of rankings. Money in the Bank is especially important in that regard because you can weigh all of the individual ladder matches and their participants against each other, but you also get the added bonus of comparing all the subsequent cash-in attempts and ranking those as well. Winning Money in the Bank is an automatic entry under your name in the history books. It's being the character in a story where what you do next is the plot. Some booking decisions work better than others, but the format here is a winner. Ultimately, it's a show, and titles and briefcases are just props to help create tension and drama, to give the action consequence and meaning. The more layered and complicated, the better. And whether it's a prime sponsorship or the puzzle of long-term storytelling, the formula to success doesn't come in a bottle. Thanks for being here. When I started doing this 10 weeks ago, there was kind of a gap between Elimination Chamber and WrestleMania, a void that needed shouting into. Now, Saturday night's main event was just last week, but forget that, because here we are, less than a week away from Money in the Bank, 4 weeks from Night of Champions, 6 weeks away from another Saturday night's main event and Evolution, and 3 weeks after that, a 2-night SummerSlam. Enjoy it while you can, because after SummerSlam, things gradually slow down again until the road to WrestleMania feels like you're stuck in a traffic jam. Easy come, easy go. I'm the dispatcher, you're on the top turnbuckle, and every day is a sunset flip.